And away we go. It is the Nightcap, brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar, right here on BearcatJournal.com. We are live from the Cincy Light Studios. And if you're looking for a Cincy Light, I know where to get one. Hail Mary's, Cheviot. They're in here on Harrison Avenue. They're in the Dora District. So you can go from bar to bar with your drinks, or you can just hang out at Hail Mary's. 27 TVs, 9-screen video wall. Not a bad seat in the house. They have every sports package DirecTV offers. And Cincinnati Sports will always be on the video wall. It will be a great place to hang out and watch the Cincinnati Reds this summer. Brand new draft lines, brand new walk-in cooler, and not only do they pour the coldest Cincy Light around, they do so in 32.8 degree frosted glasses. All right, let's get to it. We got Big 12 tournament to talk about. We have been doing our best to wait until halftime of the late game. We couldn't do it tonight. Aaron's been up early today. He's got to be up early again tomorrow. I've got football practice in the morning. We weren't going to record this show at midnight.
I've been up 4:30. Yeah. Not my normal early. 4:30.
Yeah. So Kansas and Arizona are playing now. They are in the first half. It is 29-19 Arizona. We will get to that in a little bit. But it was an awesome day in the Big 12 tournament. I know you were busy. I don't know how much you got to watch. It was an awesome day. It started out with BYU, Iowa State. Iowa State without Taman Lipsey, who you saw at the end of the game yesterday against Cincinnati, injured his groin. And no Keyshawn Gilbert. So you would think going into that game, BYU lock it up, especially if BYU plays great. BYU played great. Iowa State played great. It was outstanding. Aaron, this game you would have hated with all of your might. Guess how many threes were made in this game?
Well, I have it in front of me. 66 taken. Oh,
66 taken. 31 made. There were 66 threes taken, and they almost shot 50% for it. Like, I know you say, Aaron, watching it was fun as hell because they were just choo. Like, it was unbelievable. Curtis Jones was 6 of 8 from 3 in the first half. BYU did a really good job on him in the second half, kind of slowing him down. But it was a fun game. And BYU gets the win 96-92. Curtis Jones scores 31 in a loss. Richie Saunders with 23 for BYU. Trevin Nell, your boy, 4 of 4 from 3, 14 points. Fusani Traore was awesome, I thought. Gave BYU 15 off the bench. Boscovich with 10. 18 of 21 from the free throw line. 18 of 36 from 3 for BYU. They made 18 threes and 12 twos. They made more threes and free throws than they made twos in the game, Aaron.
40 assists in this game.
Yeah. I mean, that was the thing. The ball was popping, guys were open, and threes were falling. Like, it was a lot of fun, especially the first half when Curtis Jones just got on it. I think he made 4 threes in like 90 seconds. And each one of them was like higher degree of difficulty than the one before. And he was cooking. For Iowa State, Jones had 31. Momcilovic had 18. And then Jefferson and Jackson had 14 each. Think about there were only, 59 rebounds in the entire game.
Yeah.
It was, if you like, it looked like a college all-star game almost, if you will. Because the ball was just flying up and down the floor. As soon as it found an open guy, the open guy was just banging a three. and then we go down on the other end, and it would happen on the other end too. It was awesome. It was fun.
Both teams shooting over 50% for the game is also a crazy stat. On 124 shots, both teams shot over 50%.
I mean, BYU was 50. They shot 36 threes and made 50% of them. 18 for 36. And Iowa State was at 43.3%. They were 13 for 30. So not even you could be mad about that.
How many dunks?
Probably not many.
I know.
Not many. They made, like I said, BYU made 12 twos. It was a fun game, and BYU advances to the Big 12 semifinals. They will take on Houston, Aaron. Colorado put up a fight. 77-68.
They covered.
They covered. They battled. Colorado did. I will give them credit. Jakimovsky with 28. He had 28 points. 25 points, 8 rebounds, 4 steals. So he will remember the Big 12 tournament for the rest of his life. Like, he balled out in Kansas City. Your boy Bangot Dak was back in the starting lineup. He played 22 minutes. He scored 10. Those were the only 2 guys in double figures for Colorado. Julian Hammond had 11. Houston, balance again. Sharp with 19. Cryer and Uzan with 14. Tugler with 10. The most interesting part of this game, though, Aaron, Juwan Roberts turned his ankle. And he only scored 2 points. Played 18 minutes. Didn't play much in the second half. So it'll be interesting to see if he is out there tomorrow night as they take on BYU in the semifinals.
I mean, it's not like they lack depth, though. When you got last year's starter, Xavier Francis, that you can put in there and probably not lose too much. I mean, of course, that takes away a rotational piece.
Yeah.
It's a rotational piece for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't expect them to fall off the map. Houston's still really good.
Yeah, they're just their physicality is a little different without Roberts. Like, that ability to just aggressively double and attack you.
He's a leader.
Yeah, he is. I think he's
32.
He got to Houston at the beginning of the Reagan administration. So, that'll be interesting to watch. Knowing him, though, Aaron, he'll play. Although Kelvin might just have to shut him down to keep him off the floor. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see Juwan Roberts tomorrow. We'll talk
cortisone shot between now and next week. He'll be all right.
And then another fun one in the first game tonight of the night session. Texas Tech was insane in the first half and then cooled off drastically, namely because they hit 12 threes in the first 20 minutes. They scored 52 points. They led 52-39 at halftime. Baylor did fight back and made it close. Texas Tech only scored 24 in the second half. And the final score, Texas Tech 76, Baylor 74. JT Toppin with 26 for Texas Tech. Darian Williams with 14. Elijah Hawkins and Kerwin Walton with 12 each. Interesting enough, I don't know if he got hurt, and maybe he did. Chance McMillan only played 13 minutes and didn't score for Texas Tech. So that, if you look at like what kind of happened to throw them off in the second half, I bet that's got a lot to do with it. Go ahead. I'm going to take a look here and see.
I was just looking at 124 shots also in this game, but that's the difference between making 50% and making 45 and 39%, respectively. between Baylor and Texas Tech. 78 rebounds in this one. Goodness. And not nearly as many assists. But yeah, I mean, looks like Omier and Toppin did have the battle that we anticipated, as Omier goes 29-15 against Toppin's 26-10. No big deal. Would have killed for a big like that this season.
Yeah. Chance McMillan did get injured, Aaron. It is being listed as the always dreaded upper body strain.
What does that even mean?
Something in his upper body was strained. I don't know what.
Abdomen, back.
Upper body strain. Is your back your upper body?
I don't know. It's shoulder?
I don't know.
Is that what Seamus had going on? Was it an upper body strain that wouldn't allow him to shoot? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, the back thing, like I wouldn't consider that a lower body strain. Would that be a middle body strain?
Who knows? Your boy Christian Anderson, though.
Only
your
6.
boy, he had an opportunity. He had 29 minutes in this one. He had every opportunity to put himself kind
on
of
the map.
As the dude, and he Texas Tech did win, but it was not because of what Christian Anderson was doing heroically off the bench.
How mad would you be if you went 29-15 and lost? I'd be mad.
I mean, you couldn't do anything else.
I'd be cussing people out in the locker room. I had 29-15 and y'all lost?
Norchad Omier does not seem like the dude who's cussing anybody out. He's too nice. He is so nice in his interviews. Like, he is so nice.
Yeah.
He gave hugs. He gave hugs all around.
It's okay.
I appreciate your effort.
Little dap on the back shoulder.
Yeah. He gave hugs. Hugs and hand pounds.
Like I said, we won't have clarity on Arizona or Kansas. We are at 5:36 remaining in the first half. Arizona's up 35-29, so that looks like it's got the opportunity to be a good one again. Coming down to the wire, BYU and Houston tomorrow. Houston favored 7.5. You might want to sneak in on if you're going to sprinkle, drip. You might want to sprinkle on that one now. If there's a chance that Juwan Roberts doesn't play tomorrow.
Until it's announced that he slept on it and it's fine, and he comes out for his 400th college game. Yeah, that's a risky one, but it's something to keep an eye on, at least for tomorrow, to see if Roberts is going to be available. That one is going to tip off at 7. Let's see. How mad is Kansas City right now, though? When did all the Iowa State guys go home? Like, all the people who came in for Iowa State, did they all go home, or do you think they booked the weekend in anticipation?
So I think they stay. From what I've heard before, I think they stick around because they view it as like a vacation, and they go and just go until like Saturday, right? So they don't want to be left out. So I would guess there'll still be a pretty large contingent of Iowa State fans hanging around throughout the remainder of the tournament. But interestingly enough, Aaron,
are they rooting for Houston or BYU?
Well, BYU
I can't imagine they like either of those teams, though.
But BYU knocked them out of the tournament, so I would envision they're going to root for Houston. That would just be my guess.
They boo everybody. Just shit all over everything.
These two teams only played once, Aaron. It was in Houston, the second game of conference play. And Houston won 86-55.
Oh my God. Cincinnati also beat BYU. So, I mean, they're certainly
that was
fallable, but when was the last time they lost? They haven't lost in like a
they
month and
lost
a half.
they lost. The last loss for BYU was UC. They haven't lost since then.
I
They
mean,
won
so
9 or 10 in a row since then.
this is not the same team that was starting the beginning of conference play. I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah. I mean, the only player in that game that scored in double digits, Aaron, was your boy. Trevin Nell had 12 on 4 of 6 from 3. Nobody else was in double figures for BYU that day.
Some Houston fan feels about Trevin Nell the same way that I do. Somewhere.
Yeah. That game, that's a weird game. Sharp had 18 for Houston. Archino had 15, and Malik Wilson had 12 off the bench. Arsenault and Wilson. Houston didn't have another starter in double digits. Cryer had 9, Uzon 7, Roberts 6, Tugler 5. So it's a weird game. But yeah, Houston pounded them in the second game of Big 12 play. Something to keep an eye on. And then a game that we don't really know anything about yet other than Texas Tech will be playing the winner of Kansas and Arizona. That should be a fantastic game tomorrow night. That one tips off at 9:30. Just so you know, Kelsey's got a volleyball tournament this weekend. So I will not be up late tomorrow. And then I have to leave in the morning to go to Louisville for a volleyball tournament. So we will not have shows tonight and tomorrow, but Aaron and I will be back on Sunday. We'll take a look at the Big 12 championship, and then we'll go over all the Big 12 teams that made it into the dance, what their bracket looks like, what their seed is, all that good stuff.
Tech, by the way, did beat Arizona in January. They beat Arizona on January 18th, 70-54. Did not play either team in February. Oh, I take that back. They played Arizona and lost to Arizona February 8th, 82-73. And then they played Kansas just March 1st and beat Kansas 78-73. So 2-1 against those teams. But obviously injuries starting to creep up on everybody.
This is what happens when you play 20 games in 10 weeks and then go into a conference tournament where everybody is beat to hell.
And all your starters are playing 30 plus minutes in
night after night after night. Yeah.
2, 3, 4 days.
Yeah. That will just about wrap it up. As we get done here. There it was. I skipped past it. Kansas is trailing Arizona 38-35. So Arizona up by 3 with 2:42 remaining in the half. We'll see you Sunday. Everybody have a great weekend. That is the Nightcap, brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya.